Did she get three? Okay.
I didn't know.
All right, all of these in order. Finance meeting, October 17th, 2022. Minutes from the previous council meeting, our finance meeting, October 3rd.
I didn't find anything, did you?
No, I make a motion, we approve the minutes as written for the finance meeting for October 3rd, 2022.
I second.
Motion made second, all in favor?
Aye.
Invoices for payment. Now, Connie's not gonna be here, so we may have to ask for some help. from
Superman
somebody.
Slayford.
First of all, anybody got any questions about the invoices that are in front of you? Thought I had one. And I don't know. The last one on the open invoices there,
Well, they,
West Virginia tractor, 7.
Them guys, Donnie will have to explain. that
oh,
one.
not again.
Sanitation Department contract services, what? Are those
It's the,
repairs to your trucks or what?
On the, with the 2000 something?
Yes, no, well, yes.
Yeah.
We got two, we got one here of 2,300 and one of 1,300.
one of them was a repair that was done in the early part of the year this year, again. The other one, they did call me for permission to fix the 1,300. The other one, and what we're having problems with, and Donnie's been running the old truck, picking up everything that we can pick up with it, and using the new trucks just to get the garbage. The old truck is getting to where every time they send it out, it broke down Friday, and it's supposed to go Saturday morning to the county cleanup, and at the county cleanups, they put anything and everything in those trucks. And the wiring harnesses are getting tore up in these trucks. And it seems like that same truck has had 4 this year, because the trash grabs the wiring harness. And we've got to find a way to put those through a pipe or something so that it quits grabbing those wires and pulling them out, I guess.
That's what Donnie and I thought, I said, you know, even if you took sheet metal and bent it over,
Right.
just something to cover up the wiring.
On the outside or something.
See, I ran it over the roof once before, and it lasted a whole lot longer.
You can't run through conduit.
Now you can, it's just, the issue is that if it has a gap in there, that's where it seems to grab it every time.
At the very, and even if you run them on the top, at the top of your truck where the seal is, a lot of times if you're packing stuff like wood and everything in there, that wood will slide to the top, come up through that seal and hit those wires, cut those wires right through. Like any kind of drywall or,
Any hard material.
Anything besides regular household trash, you can tear them up. That's why we have not put any of that kind of stuff in the 2 new ones. Don't plan on putting stuff in the 2 new ones. Hopefully he gets this truck fixed with the tarp system. We can't run it until we get the tarp system, except we go pick up the stuff and bring it to the garage. Once it goes on the highway, it has to have the tarp, but the orange truck will be utilized for that kind of trash here eventually.
This truck, I think, we gotta figure something out on that with wiring situation, that's crazy.
I don't know why they manufacturers can't figure out some way to run this through conduit.
They have them in conduit, and that conduit's got gaps in it. Every so often, instead of a bend, it has a gap.
Okay.
And whenever it goes through that gap,
Then you don't have a gap.
right.
They ought to fill the gaps, gosh.
that new Peterbilt is built totally different. It doesn't have that like that.
It's a different packer, isn't it?
Right.
Different brand.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the only question I had. Anybody?
Okay. Page 3, there's invoice on here for Complete Prod, that's charged for the aging program for repairs.
Where are you talking about?
7, page 3,
I think I'm on the right page 3.
Third from the bottom,
yeah.
Aging program.
$759.16.
Fleet Pride, that's one of the vehicles they took over there to them for some reason. We're just,
I'm trying to think, I believe it was.
had problems with one of the buses.
I
I believe so, yes. I think it was the newer one, I believe.
Because I hadn't heard anything about it, we're in them all the time. Okay,
I'll put a question mark, I'll have you an answer.
Yeah, how we take stuff to get repaired, nobody knows
Yeah,
why it's there or why it's there.
well, I don't know a lot that goes on downstairs.
Okay.
page 6. Once again, there's a freight charge in here for state electric for $7,248.
That's the lights.
That's the lights for city over here in the,
The new pole lights down there.
Right, but did we pay that last month?
I don't
Because
know.
remember I asked about freight charges?
I think we did, because you explained what it was last month, at the last council meeting.
Which one was it, the top one?
Page 6, yes, state electric.
I'll check it too.
Okay.
So freight could be it, that's,
Nah,
And then the one right below it is for,
yeah.
no, that's tires for something else, okay. And on page 7, on those 5-year audits that we paid, the last one is more than the other 4. I was hoping, do you know, Stacy, what that was about? Because the rest of them are $1,520, and the one for the last year is for $1,900.
Connie said something about that, about one was different for some reason. I don't remember why she said it.
I think it's because of all these extra federal funds that we've got.
Or-
COVID money, stuff here.
Was the previous ones maybe through a contract service and the last one was from the state or something? Is that,
I know that we contracted all the 5 out.
Yeah.
So,
I think the 5 were contracted and the cheapest one was the state. Or the cheaper one was supposed to be like the state or something like that.
No, but
No, they got 3 of them on cheap price,
4 of them,
Okay,
4 of them.
4 of them are $1,520.
okay.
And the last one is for $1,900.
I think what
Well,
it
maybe
is,
the state is more expensive.
It says right beside it, invoice total 1,520.
that's for the year. That's the audit for that year, okay?
Okay.
And I think the 1,900 is what we pay the state when they do the audit. The state tells us we have to have an audit and it's gonna cost X number of dollars. That's the 1,900. The actual company that did the audit was the 1,520, which is on each of the 5, 4, whatever. You understand?
No,
No.
because,
The company comes in and they do an audit for you and they charge you 1,520. They came because the state said that they had to come.
the state gets a portion also. We had to pay the state for that contract service.
State mandated an audit and then we had to pay them because they
yeah, I
mandated.
understand all that part, but
All right, that's that 1,900. The actual auditing company is
Charge.
1,520.
okay, so the state came in and did one.
They just mandated it
And they get,
and oversaw. They were the overseer of the
Do you
audit.
understand? Okay,
And they get paid $1,900 for nothing.
yeah,
pretty much,
That's what it's
just assigning the people to do it.
That's right. That's what, yeah.
Connie also said that all cities were being charged some type of administrative fee from the state, and that could be part of it too.
Yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous.
okay.
Any more?
Explain it to me later. Okay, that's all I have.
All right, anybody else got anything? The other ones that I saw here was, AEP for street lights, and I want everybody to listen, it's $3,700 for street lights. Now, it's a monthly fee. If you see a street light out, call down the city garage.
Or my office, either one.
Okay, and give a phone number and location, because we are charged for that light regardless of whether it burns or not.
That's what I was asking a few months back. Why, we're leasing these from AEP, we gotta pay the repairs on them. That don't make sense.
We don't pay the
It's
repair.
not repairs, we just repair,
We just pay the rent.
monthly, every
And then
month.
I contact them, like, if you're, the street light down the street from you was out last 2 weeks ago. After council, I saw that it was out. I went back the next morning, got the phone number, sent it in. 19th and Payne. It better be on today. But I went down there and I sent it into the state. We don't pay for the upkeep on it. We just pay the electricity to run.
Okay. But I did ask a few months back, we had charges on there for repair bills to street light, 2 or 3 street lights. Yes, we did, $100 a piece. And I said, why do we have to pay for repairs or release them from there?
Right, I don't remember
Were
that.
those up on the hill going to the pool,
That's,
up to
yeah,
the
that's,
shelters?
Is that last
Isn't that
night?
it?
that's above and beyond, that's the extra, those are not street, well, those are not.
If we do put in a light,
Yes,
Yeah.
if we have one put in, then we have to pay them to put it in.
Right.
and maintain.
And then once it's in there, then we pay this electric bill on it, once it's put in. So that could be what those 3 were.
Well, well, this is not a financial issue, but I'm gonna say it anyway. I'm gonna open a can of worms. I don't think that we as citizens and council people ought to ride around here at nighttime on our own time in our own gasoline to find that streetlights are out. We have asked and asked and asked in years past, and why the police officers can't do
And they
this.
have done that.
If they go by and see one burn out, they can't write the pole number down.
I know the mayor does it. I probably enter 4 to 6 a week.
Okay, but what about the other police officers?
No, I mean, they give
it
it to me and I enter.
Oh, they give it to you?
Yeah, I've had a couple that have given them to me
Okay.
and I enter it, but I know the mayor does
I
probably
didn't know that was being done now.
more than
because
that.
Under a few chiefs we've had, they flat refused to do
Well,
it.
I've been out, part of the ones is when I'm out at night. And I'm
Okay.
out at least
That's all I have.
1
to
to
add.
3 nights.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it, Chief.
Anybody got anything else? All right. In addition to the streetlights, we replaced that drain up there. Now, these are just the ones that are on this invoice. We have approved most of these big ones previously, like this drain replacement out Roxlana, $40,800. That's on these invoices. Police escrow, $700, data max, $8,700. That's $760 truck repair from aging. Frontier cell phone, $7,000. What else I got here? State electric is $7,400. The tower, $75,200. The state auditor, that was where all those numbers came in. All the crazy numbers add up to $162,480 out of that 204,31. At least 41,500 in miscellaneous stuff. Now, a lot of that miscellaneous stuff was from Fall Festival. $100 here, $200 there, whatever, so. The big numbers, and I didn't see anything out of the ordinary myself. I had those 2 questions, but I didn't see anything else. Anybody else got anything else on those?
Mr. Chairman, I move that we submit to the council for full payment of invoices totaling $204,031.99.
I hear a second. Second. All in favor?
Aye.
Moving right along, no clerk's report. New business. Gross Cup Avenue Sidewalk ADA Project Consulting Contract, $9,263 for a consultant.
Well, the state has, it's the grant that Bill Cunningham applied for. He got the grant, they are in the design phase. $45,000 the state will pay, and we have to pay them $9,263 to go to the design, complete design, and then they will come back again and ask for more money for the construction.
That's if we get approved.
How many
That's
grants are
approved.
how many
And that's all of Gross Cup Avenue?
That starts at 11th
Street.
Street right here and does every ADA side work. And this is just the consulting part of
Yeah,
it. It starts at 11th and every intersection down to 16th, including 16th, they'll redesign all the ADA accessible ramps. Okay, our portion of it is 9,600. State pays 35,000 for a total of like 46 something.
but they still have more concrete.
No, that is literally just engineering. And then we still have to apply.
What engineering firm is it?
I don't know, they have on-call consultants, on-call engineers. Then in the spring, we apply for the construction grant. We have 10 years to use, if we get approved for the construction grant, we have 10 years to do the project.
You know, the guy that we had working out front, would it not be cheaper for us to go, I'm talking about the street department, tear them out, and he come in and design them and we pour them, or he can pour them?
Possibility.
Yeah, for $10,000, we can get
We can do all
several
four
rounds done.
corners.
It's
I think-
$45,000 for 5 blocks on one street.
All four corners.
all
of
four
each street.
corners.
With handicap
Still, but
ramp.
45,000 for 5 blocks.
That's just
And
design.
that's just to design,
Yeah,
not
we
even
haven't poured
do it.
concrete yet.
Holy crap. That's a lot of
For
money.
having wages.
We're in the wrong business.
Yeah, I mean, the engineers are outrageously expensive.
What's it gonna cost to do the work? Any idea?
No, I mean, well, I mean, if we contract it out, it's probably gonna be, I'm gonna say 100 and some thousand,
It's gonna be what?
over 100,000 probably.
Really, to do 5 blocks?
If we do
No,
it, if we
if
do
we
it,
contract it out.
if the state does.
Correct.
State's not, I mean, state will do part of it. It's an 80-20 match. So if it's $100,000, we're gonna put in 20, and they're gonna put in 80.
We could probably do the whole thing for 20.
No, I don't think so. Maybe 30.
What's the bidding then? You won't do anything with it?
A question, if we do it, if we would do it ourselves, tear it up and pour all that other stuff, do they come back and inspect and say you didn't do it right, or?
They will with the ADA.
The likelihood of that is slim. I mean, they might send somebody down here to look at it, or somebody complains on it, if there was some big violation in it. But
Curtis can do that for us.
who?
Curtis can do that for us.
He is a good foreman.
But our
Yes.
men have done that before, to do the,
No, those things are kind of technical, and, our guys are good at pouring. I mean,
Those pouring
It was
straight
supposed-
sidewalks, no problem.
yeah, it was supposed to, it's set up originally as 2,000 feet of straight sidewalk. And I told them, I said, we can do the sidewalk ourselves, you know, I don't have any problem running form boards in straight line and pouring that. Our problem is the handicap accessible ramps.
right,
So I said, design them for, you know, everything that's designable. And that's how much money they allotted for the design phase. Now, that doesn't guarantee that they're gonna use all that money for the design phase, but you know how that works with any business that says you got $35,000 available, they're gonna find a way to eat every penny of
to
it up.
use it, yes.
So, my concern with it is if we spend the $9,000 and they design it, and then we don't get the construction portion of it, then we've wasted almost $10,000 in my opinion. And there's no guarantee that we will get the construction. It's mostly probable, but not set in stone. And like any DOH project, they can say you've got it, but until they give you that check, there's nothing you can do with it.
Well, we saw that on Dunbar Avenue.
Absolutely.
I mean, how many years did we get?
Well, an example is Jefferson Road over in South Charleston, the whole phase was supposed to be completed in 1995. You can see where they're still at now, so.
In my opinion, I think that with just a little more than $9,000, we can go in there, we can tear them out. And that guy that did the concrete work out front, which I think he did a pretty good job. I don't know why he
The
couldn't.
problem with that is he teaches.
Well, I know we've done all summer. I mean, but this done that.
If you want to do it next summer, sure.
How many years do we have to get compliant to say it was a time?
The way the law is now is that if you rip out a sidewalk,
Oh,
it has to be replaced with the ADA.
Any construction you do now has to
We
be
don't
current.
rip it out till next
Correct.
summer.
Right.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, do we need this design if we're gonna, if we don't get the reward, or get the award, and we wanna do it ourselves, do we need this design?
No, I mean, we can go form them up and everything. I would much rather have somebody who does concrete work on a daily basis do it. Because if they just get us the ramp the corners set up, we can run all the straight lines.
But I mean, we don't need this consulting.
It's sidewalks. I don't think so. I mean, that's a, you know,
If
that's
we would've
not,
hired that guy to get our sidewalk down front, we wouldn't be done yet.
Well, I mean, what I'm looking at is, are we gonna, for $9,000, we're gonna buy a $45,000 plan? And then even if we don't get the award, then we can go forward with our own people. But we're just $9,000 into that design, if we need the design. If we don't need the design, don't spend the money.
It's different if it was a huge project, but it's
Yeah, it's
putting in a
5 blocks.
friggin' ramp.
Yeah.
We did a road down Myers Avenue, we put the parking lot in and everything.
You put them in out front, you didn't have to have no grant or no
That's
money,
right.
put them in themselves, and they're perfect.
Yeah, the issue.
All you gotta do is go out and get them.
If you want it done over the winter, or if you wanna wait till next summer, if you wanna wait till next summer, we'll consult with him,
Yeah.
get a price, and we'll go from there.
literally, most of the sidewalk through there is still perfectly accessible. There's a couple of places where some trees have busted it up. You know, I'm not gonna say every square foot of it's good, but I personally feel that $9,000-10,000.
The intersection, the corners, right?
Right, there's no reason to rush this,
Yeah.
that's what I'm getting at. If y'all wanna wait till next summer,
It
have
was
somebody
somebody
else
else
hired
hired
out.
out. Grant that was
I
applied
understand.
for back in the old days, I put it on here for this reason.
I understand. I remember when it was mentioned.
Yeah.
And I asked why Gross Cup, and I got some crazy answer from Gross Cup. But the bottom line is $9,000 for somebody to draw on paper and another X number of hundreds of thousands of dollars in concrete. I don't see it. I mean, that's my opinion. I think, like I said, I think our people can tear it out. We can consult with this guy in the summertime. He got all summer to do that. Now, yes, he was in school when he did this out here. We had weather and we had contractors, cement deliveries and everything else against him here. But I think if we're gonna talk about this project, heck far. I hate to say it, but every time our people try to do something like this, it takes 2 or 3 years for them to do it.
this is a little outside of our scope.
Well, that's right, that's what I'm saying, you know, this guy teaches it. I mean, he
Right.
knows concrete.
And quite frankly, if we hire him next summer, we can stay a intersection ahead of him.
Oh, sure,
You know,
sure.
when he's ready to do one, we can go
Right,
tear it
right, we
out,
can work with him.
prep it,
Yeah,
and let him come in and form it up and board.
that's whatever this.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we table this and put it back on the agenda to revisit it this coming summer.
So you just want me to let them know, I guess we'll have to go through full council for that, but for the most part, we're not gonna do it.
I want to send it to full
Do
council.
we have a deadline on this?
Yes. We've already sent the paperwork in, but I'll have to call them and cancel
We got a motion on the floor to table this, do not send it to full council with our blessing. Anybody got a second on this one?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Uh,
All right, moving on here. Advertise for bids for asbestos removal, 1256 West Virginia Avenue. This is the burnout house down on West Virginia Avenue. We voted a month ago or so to tear it down.
it. Pinnacle was down there today testing it. Should have the results back by the end of the week, so this is just in case we have to bid it out, so we don't have to wait till the next council meeting. We may or may not need this.
I make a motion and we go ahead and advertise for bids for asbestos removal on 1226 West Virginia Avenue,
1256.
or 1256, I'm sorry. And send it on full council for approval.
Here a second.
I'll second.
All in favor? Next on the list is repairs to truck 17 for $55,224.05. I spoke to Donnie about the invoices that you have in your packet. To me, they weren't plain. I don't understand them. I would like to see, I mean, we need the truck, right? We gotta get the truck, but we gotta see what the heck we're doing because we're looking at 2 invoices here.
And it's all labor.
Yeah, $10 parts and $2,500 in labor. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, some of that stuff doesn't add up.
Something's not right. Or they didn't explain it right.
Can we table this to the next council meeting, Donnie, without any trouble?
Go ahead and get the truck, give them an IOU.
Yeah, I think that's been tried, don't do that. All right, do I hear a motion, to table this to the next council meeting?
So moved.
There a second?
I second.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Last on the agenda is salt for the salt trucks. This is not
It's not
regular
yet.
salt.
Salt, not the actual salt, this is the ice band with liquid calcium.
Yeah.
And the reason it's on the agenda was because we had the price for 1 barrel and the minimum of three barrels ordered for it. That's the reason it's on.
Okay.
They call Brian, that same thing, okay.
3 barrels will last you 3 years. Okay. All right, salt is for $29.97.
I think it ought to be relabeled pre-treatment instead of salt,
Well, probably right.
because it didn't, they provide salt twice.
$2,900.
But you don't know how people look at stuff. And I make a motion that we do that we approve that and send it on full council.
I second.
All in favor? Anything else? Your motion?
Yes. Mr. Chairman, for good of the order, if there's no other financial business, I move that we adjourn this meeting.
Good.
They don't